to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And the Wolverines will put toe to leather and will get started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Badgers offense will start this game off. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their youth. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. On the move, it's Dupree. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Finds a little space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Badgers are rolling down the field. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle, it's McCulley. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Using his legs to buy some time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
More than 100,000 making their presence team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Can't get him to the ground. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the middle. He's got it. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver at the middle of the field.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's McCulley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
That is just a sideline play. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bringing the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. On the ground, it's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The DBs will back off a bit. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Dead center perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense already made the wrong field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. To the air, it's Edwards. Right on the money. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They're going back to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. One final play before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To the air, it's Edwards. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Badgers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. DB's right up on the receivers. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Makes the catch. It's Haynes. At the 45 on his way. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had to. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. A first down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
They'll run it on third and goal. And they swarm him under.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Back to pass, it's Underwood. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He breaks a tackle. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Dupree. Makes him talk to the hand. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. This one's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Edwards. It's complete to the left. Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. The Sneak scores it.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Fires to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grabbed over the middle, it's Anthony. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the 1st quarter, it's adrenaline.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're hoping for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Oh, he's got a chance. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Slants against man, that wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that thing.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players in this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And the Badgers get enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Makes the grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Oh, I'm out of space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Finds his big tight end. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it. There he goes! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
That's reeled in. It's Haynes. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Quickly out to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And the third down pass is incomplete. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Makes the grab, and he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll try to run for it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single...
Gonna let it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pulls it in. It's Anthony. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. I'm not sure. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy, quarterback sneak.
Oh, he's got some space.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
The Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give as they work on that clock. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Might as well give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. The give to the tailback. The Badgers pick up the 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to their running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really